Across the vast, sun-scorched expanse of the African grasslands, where the earth cracks under a relentless sky, one bird has earned a reputation unlike any other. The secretary bird, standing nearly 4 feet tall, draped in a cloak of slate-gray feathers, with long, elegant legs that carry the quiet menace of a seasoned fighter. This creature is not what it appears to be. At first glance, it walks with the composure of a scholar. But beneath that calm exterior lies one of the most devastating natural weapons the animal kingdom has ever engineered. This is not a bird that circles overhead waiting for weakness. It descends on foot, marching deliberately through the golden grass like a soldier on patrol. Every step is calculated, every pause is intentional. The grasslands bow to no creature, but they make an exception for this one. Today, a lone male ventures deep into unfamiliar territory, far beyond the boundaries of his regular hunting ground. He is hungry, and hunger makes even the boldest creatures reckless. Hidden beneath the canopy of a wide thorn bush, a black mamba rests in the afternoon shade. Few animals on this continent command more fear. Its venom is a neurological nightmare, capable of shutting down the respiratory system of a full-grown human within hours. It moves with terrifying elegance, a ribbon of darkness that strikes with zero hesitation and zero mercy. Every creature that shares its environment knows to give it distance. Every creature, that is, except one, the secretary bird catches the faintest movement near the base of the thorn bush. His amber eyes, sharp enough to detect a shifting shadow 50 yards away, lock onto the glistening scales. There is no alarm in his posture, no retreat. He tilts his head with what can only be described as professional curiosity and begins his approach. The mamba senses the intrusion immediately. It rises into a threat display, hood flaring, mouth agape, revealing the infamous black interior that gave it its name. This is a warning that has ended countless confrontations before they began. The secretary bird is unimpressed. What follows is not a frenzied scramble. It is a masterclass in biomechanical precision. The bird positions itself with deliberate care, keeping its body elevated, its critical organs well out of striking range. The mamba lunges, a blur of speed that would be invisible to the untrained eye. The bird sidesteps with a footwork that seems almost choreographed, the strike missing by a margin so narrow it defies logic. Then comes the counter. The kick of a secretary bird is not merely powerful, it is architecturally perfect. Scientists have measured the force of a single stomp at roughly 5 times the bird's own body weight, delivered in a fraction of a second. The legs are not just long for the purpose of wading through tall grass. They are biological pile drivers, engineered through millions of years of evolution to deliver crushing, targeted force to the most dangerous prey imaginable. The thick scales covering those legs are not decoration, they are armor, designed specifically to absorb the fangs of venomous serpents without allowing penetration. The mamba strikes again, and again. Each attempt meets nothing but air and feather. The bird absorbs what glancing contact occurs without flinching, and in the brief window between each lunge, the foot comes down. The impact each time sends a visible shudder through the snake's body. The ground beneath them becomes a stage for one of nature's most extraordinary duels. A battle of venom against velocity, flexibility against force, aggression against absolute composure. 3 kilometers away, drawn by the faint electrical currents of biological struggle that seem to ride the dry savanna wind, a martial eagle drops from the thermals. It has been circling for an hour, reading the landscape below with eyes that contain more photoreceptors per millimeter than any camera ever built. It spots the commotion and angles its descent. An opportunity is forming below. It drops lower, tucking its wings as it approaches the scene with the silent efficiency of a guided weapon. But the secretary bird is almost finished. The mamba, exhausted and disoriented from repeated concussive blows, begins to slow. The nervous system that normally fires its muscles with astonishing coordination is beginning to falter under the repeated physical trauma. The secretary bird senses the shift. It escalates. The stomps come faster now, each one landing with the authority of a verdict rather than an attack. The snake attempts one final strike, but the energy behind it is hollow. The bird catches it mid-motion and pins it firmly beneath one foot. The martial eagle pulls up sharply. It reads the situation below and banks away without ceremony. This meal is already claimed. The secretary bird stands over its fallen adversary, feathers barely disturbed, breathing steady, chest unrattled. Around him, the grassland continues its endless conversation of wind and insect and distant thunder. He surveys the horizon with the unhurried gaze of a creature that has never once doubted the outcome. Then, without drama, without display, he begins to feed. On the African savanna, legends are not born from size alone. They are forged from the quiet, unshakable confidence of a predator that has never needed to run. The secretary bird does not avoid the most dangerous creatures in its world. It seeks them out, faces them squarely on its own terms, and walks away intact every single time. In a land defined by tooth and claw and speed, this bird has chosen a different path, and that path ends, without exception, beneath its feet.